Okay, so many of us dream of it, right? Being our own boss. We're diving into DK Publishing's How to Start Your Own Business to see if we're really cut out for this whole entrepreneurship thing.
And this book, it doesn't sugarcoat it. It kicks off comparing working for yourself versus working for someone else.
Yeah, it's easy to romanticize unlimited freedom and flexibility.
Right. But it's not always sunshine and rainbows. It dives into the emotional and lifestyle challenges.
Like what? What kinds of things?
One of the biggest, isolation. Trading those workplace chats for potentially long stretches of solo work.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
And the weight of responsibility. Every decision rests on your shoulders. It's exhilarating and heavy.
True, you're calling the shots, but you also bear the brunt of any missteps.
Exactly. And we can't forget about the blurred lines between work and life. When your business is your baby, it's hard to switch off completely.
It sounds like this book is all about facing those hard truths, which is crucial for anyone serious about taking the leap.
Absolutely. And that's where this book really shines. It doesn't just point out the potential pitfalls. It offers a brilliant stepping stone, the side hustle.
Instead of quitting your job, you're dipping your toes into the entrepreneurial pool, testing your idea.
Exactly. Imagine you're a mechanic wanting to open your own shop. Instead of risking it all, you start small, maybe doing repairs for friends and family.
So it's about mitigating risk while still pursuing your passion, a low-stakes way to see if entrepreneurship is the right fit.
Precisely. Okay, so let's say we've done some soul searching, faced those hard truths, and we're still fired up. We've even got this amazing business idea. Now what?
Now, where do we even begin to turn that into something real?
How to start your own business. Chapter 2. Taking that spark of an idea and laying the groundwork for a profitable venture.
Okay, let's lay down that foundation. First things first, we need to make sure our brilliant idea is actually viable, right?
You got it. The book starts by urging us to assess demand. It's easy to get blinded by our own excitement, convinced that our idea is the next big thing.
So how do we avoid getting caught up in our own hype? How do we make sure there's actual demand for what we're offering?
How to start your own business breaks it down into a few key steps. First, thorough market research. Who are your competitors? What are they doing well?
Like scouting out the playing field. You need to know who you're up against.
Exactly. And speaking of competition, the book dives into something called a unique selling proposition, or USP.
This is where it gets really interesting. What sets your business apart from the crowd? Why should customers choose you?
It's about identifying that special something you offer that no one else does, and then weaving it into your brand story.
So it's about creating a narrative that resonates with your ideal customer.
Absolutely. Think about Lego. Their name comes from the Danish term leggod, which means play well.
Wow, I had no idea. It's not just about building blocks. It's about the experience.
Right, and that's the power of a strong USP. It transforms your business from just another option into something memorable and meaningful.
Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. We've got our idea. We're confident there's a market for it. And we've even crafted a compelling brand story. Time to start printing money.
We wish. But before we start raking in the dough, we need to tackle the less glamorous but equally crucial aspects of setting up shop. And that is where we'll pick up next time.
Last time we were getting organized with how to start your own business, refining our idea, figuring out our customer, and building our brand. Now what?
Now we get into the nitty-gritty of starting up. Chapter 3 throws us right into startup costs.
This is the part where a lot of us start to panic a bit. How much is this actually going to cost me?
The book breaks it down for us. It lays out different types of expenses, from one-time costs like registering your business and setting up your website, to ongoing expenses like rent, utilities, inventory.
And paying yourself a salary.
Absolutely. It emphasizes really understanding your costs before you launch.
So no more wishful thinking. What happens if you skip this step?
You risk finding yourself in a financial hole before you've even started. The book highlights doing thorough research, comparing prices, and creating a realistic budget.
That's so important. The book also gets into buying versus leasing, right?
Absolutely. Especially for those big-ticket items like equipment or your workspace. The book guides you through the pros and cons of each option.
So should you buy outright or go the leasing route?
It all comes down to your specific needs and long-term vision. Buying gives you ownership and control, but it also means a larger upfront investment and responsibility for maintenance.
That would be a major consideration for startups with limited resources.
On the other hand, leasing can be more flexible, allowing you to spread out those payments. However, leasing can be more expensive long-term.
It's about making informed decisions. Now, here's a surprising fact. Did you know that 63% of startups are funded through personal savings? Really? I always thought entrepreneurs relied on loans or investors.
It really shows the importance of financial preparedness.
It's like having a safety net. But what about those of us who don't have a ton of savings?
How to Start Your Own Business explores funding options, from bank loans and government grants to crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding has really taken off. It's an incredible way to tap into a community of supporters.
Exactly. And then there are angel investors, individuals or groups willing to invest in promising startups.
It's like having a team of mentors who are also financially invested. The book also touches on choosing the right bank account. With fintech, things are changing rapidly.
That's right. Fintech is revolutionizing how we manage finances.
We're talking about those online-only banks, right?
That's one part of it. Fintech is a whole range of services, from mobile payment platforms to automated accounting software.
It's like having a virtual financial advisor. How to Start Your Own Business also talks about cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is important for every business owner.
What are the non-negotiables for protecting our businesses?
We need to ditch those weak passwords.
Oh, come on. Are those really that common?
The book says weak passwords are one of the biggest vulnerabilities for businesses.
I'll admit I've been guilty of that. What else does the book recommend?
Regularly backing up your data is crucial. Additionally, keeping your software updated is important.
It's about being proactive.
You're absolutely right. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process.
So we've tackled startup costs, funding, fintech, and cybersecurity. What's next?
Now we shift our focus to building a team. That's where we'll pick up next time.
We've covered a lot of ground in how to start your own business, finances, marketing, operations. Now it's time for the really exciting stuff.
Building a business that not only survives, but thrives.
Exactly. So how do we make that happen?
This book really focuses on customer loyalty, but it goes way beyond the typical advice.
What do you mean?
It's not just about discounts and loyalty programs. It's about building genuine emotional connections with your customers, making them feel like they're part of something better.
It's about creating a community around your brand.
Exactly. Like this cooking school they talk about. They noticed their customers wanted healthier options, so they introduced new courses focused on plant-based cooking. They even started offering personalized nutritional guidance.
They really went above and beyond.
That's what it's all about. Understanding that customer loyalty is an ongoing relationship.
It's like those businesses where you walk in and feel like family.
Exactly. Now, another important factor is strategic partnerships.
We talked about this before. How do those help us grow?
Strategic partnerships let you leverage each other's strengths. You could expand your reach and create those win-win scenarios.
So instead of competing, we're collaborating.
Exactly. They give this example of a bakery partnering with a coffee shop.
That's a perfect match.
By joining forces, they can cross-promote, share costs, and offer bundled deals. Everyone wins.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Absolutely. And speaking of teams, let's not forget about building a strong company culture.
It's the people who really make a business what it is.
Exactly. And this book emphasizes that it's more than just perks. It's about core values, clear expectations, and making everyone feel valued.
It's about fostering a sense of ownership and shared purpose.
They share this example of a company called Multiply Components. They had a valued team member who was offered a higher-paying job. Instead of losing them, they offered better work-life balance and a more prestigious title.
Wow, they really prioritize their employee.
It's about recognizing that the most valuable rewards aren't always financial.
So we've covered customers, partnerships, and company culture. What's next? How do we take things to the next level?
That's where growth strategies come in. The book talks about market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification.
So many options.
Right. It's about finding the strategy that aligns with your goals and resources.
And no matter what, we have to track our progress. That's where KPIs come in.
Exactly. KPIs give us the insights we need to make informed decisions.
The book also talks about change management.
Change is important for growth. This book gives us tips for navigating those transitions smoothly.
Communication and support are key.
Absolutely. And finally, the book reminds us that entrepreneurship isn't always linear. You might license your business or even sell it.
So many possibilities.
This book has been a great resource.
It really has. But it leaves us with one final thought. It's not just about building a successful business. It's about building something meaningful, something that aligns with our values and passions.
That's where the magic happens.
Well said.
Yeah.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into how to start your own business. We hope you're feeling inspired to take the leap and turn those entrepreneurial dreams into a reality. Thanks for joining us.